it's a plot to drop the IQ. Fighting amongst each other over rumors that don't like you. Prefer trapped in melancholy with the wood ones, a holly suggestions that obliterate to camouflage the folly. Attempted mental robbery, executed sloppily. The hypocrisy, this mockery, and block the top of me. Put the hands up to touch the Akasha, cause you know deep down there's something bigger than your wallet.
Sweet eternal balance, wallet is good, true, and beautiful friends. Welcome to Middle Path this Thursday night. It's awesome, right? I love the fucking intro music and the outro music. Like, I'm a big fan because I'm just a fan of Johnny's music. And you can get all of it, by the way, at patreon.com/Johnny Larson. But man, it gets me hyped up. If you actually listen to the words, like if you listen to every basically one of Johnny's verses, your mind will be blown. Your education will be complete. It will be exactly what hip hop was made for, to educate. Did you know that? Hip is like to educate or to teach, right? And hop is to spread it around. Hip hop. But as I was reminded recently, it is actually, and Johnny talks about this a lot, it is actually something that executives sat around in a boardroom and discussed how to destroy, especially in order to bring down Black communities. It is a conspiracy fact that happened. So very interesting to then look at how many people just go, oh, hip hop, oh, I hate rap. Like, well, I don't actually think you know what hip hop is. I don't care if people like it or not, but like, to not, you got to go back pretty far often, or you got to go pretty underground. You got to go pretty deep to find it. Anyway, this isn't a show about hip hop. I just talk a lot. We are actually talking tonight about blessings and curses. You know, it's just so weird. Like, these shows just come together. I've told you many times, like, between now and next Thursday, things will just start happening. Synchronicities will occur, and I'll just have another show that will just come together. And that's, again, how this one happened. And a lot of people are just have been asking me lately, both, you know, what is the difference between an angel and a demon? What's the difference between a blessing and a curse? How do you know if something's a blessing or a curse? How do you know if you have a curse? How do you know, in fact, which sort of voices to listen to, right? And I'm not talking about schizophrenics and what I'm talking about, like, you know, when you receive guidance, or you have what you think are intuitions, or you think what you have are synchronicities, and are they or aren't they? Like, how do you know? How do you know? These are questions I get a lot, but this week it's come fast and furious from many angles. It's very interesting. I also had interesting people reach out to me who wanted me to know that they perceived that I have a curse, and it was very intelligently crafted in, you know, what anyone could relate to. Those sort of like the astrology that's written for the newspapers, you know, so anyone could read it and be like, oh yeah, that's totally me. I'm totally that. Whereas when you get into actual deep astrology and like your chart being cast, like not everyone is actually that. So, you know, but those less nuanced, more broad, vague sort of, oh, you have a curse. Things haven't gone your way. For a while, you felt like you deserved more. It's like, well, that describes 98% of humanity. You have a curse. I can help you lift it. And I always think it's funny. I'm like, if it were genuine and whatever, I would appreciate that. But it's often scam people, scam things. And I always laugh because I'm like, well, that's what I do. I help people relieve their curses, their demonic attachments, their negative entity attachments, their old traumas, and find new flow and rhythm and energy in their life and all their bodies, soul, heart, mind, and physical body. I just had someone write me today, and you know, sometimes the things that come through, the messages or the energies that come through when I'm doing a guided session with somebody will be kind of not vague, very specific actually, but just kind of something the person doesn't necessarily vibe with, or just they're just like not sure, you know, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm just the messenger, like I'm just sharing. So, and if you've followed the show for a while, if you've heard Catherine talk, she talks about the same thing. She channels, of course, pets most often, our animal companions most often, and sometimes those who have passed and all sorts of things, and she'll get a message and the person will kind of be like, yeah, I don't I don't think that's for me, or that one doesn't feel right, or whatever. And then months later, they'll go, oh my God, when you said like the yellow ball or whatever, like it happened, or, something eventually happens to make the message make sense. So that's sometimes the case. It wasn't quite like that with this message I got today, but it was just someone who I'd worked with a while ago. And, a certain organ came up with a certain emotion, and a certain guide came and brought more messages and energy. And she was just like, it all makes sense now. And like, everything is great. And I'm going to heal. I'm healing more and more. And like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm so grateful to be able to do that, to bring these messages through. And it just comes back again to like, how do you know? How do you know which messages are good and bad? And when people ask me at first, I just say, well, over 30 years of experience. That's part of how I know. Me personally. But there's ways that all of us can know. And so we'll talk about some of that too tonight in tonight's Middle Path episode for subscribers only, supporters only. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you do want to click the link, come over to Rokfin, hop in and join us. We have so many bigger and bigger names joining Rokfin, more and more people all the time. And when you subscribe, you get everybody's stuff all at once. There's a lot of free content on Rokfin. You don't have to subscribe to get it. You do have to make an account just like any other platform you've ever used before. But you don't have to subscribe. But if you do subscribe, you get this show. You get my other exclusive contents. You get the hangout that we do after this show every Thursday, most Thursdays. All of that you get for being a supporter. So it's a good deal. Good deal, dude. So hello to all of you. Thanks for being here and for being you. We'll just talk about a few things before we jump in to the meat, the content itself. So this is the site. And if you haven't been to rogueways.org yet, it's worth your time. You can get my books here. Sine Curve of Aeons trilogy, books 1 and 2 are here. You can read them in any order. My 2 more directly channeled books, both The Key of Transformational Healing and All Endings Are Beginnings, are here on Rogueways. You can get them directly from me with a channeled inscription, or you can get them from major retailers, especially if you're in other countries. That might be faster or cheaper for you. But I just linked to them all here and outline them all here. I do have a couple other books out here that aren't on the site. Some people have them. And they're also available from major retailers, but are a slightly different name. I used to write under the pen name Corey Sharman, Quorri. So that's still out there somewhere. I just don't link to it here. It's not as much, part of what I'm doing here on Rogueways anymore. I have testimonials from people who have received spiritual support and healing ceremonies, guidance sessions, tarot readings, and more blessings. They're all here under spiritual testimonials. You can directly book a spiritual session with me, or otherwise. I also just do coaching and talk sessions. Sometimes people want to learn more about how to do any of the various things I do: writing, teaching, shows, etc. So you can do a coaching and talk session for that, or for the spiritual stuff. A lot of people will get like a healing ceremony and session, and then a month later or so do like a coaching and talk session just to follow up, just to see what's going on, to check in about some things, or if you've had a lot of experiences and you just want to share them and sort of see, how they feel. And sometimes messages come through anyway during those. I don't necessarily prohibit it. If it happens, it happens. There's also the sound healing, I Ching readings, and more. So it's all here. You can schedule directly. You can go to the shop, get some Christmas shopping done, get some beautiful orgone. I love the lotus votives. There's about 4, I think, available in the shop right now. There's some pendants left. They would definitely get to you in time if you'd like those as Christmas presents. One Day of Brightness tickets are here in the shop, and that is less than a month away. No, it's about a month away. Sorry. It's Sunday, December 18th. So it's just about a month out. We have the awesome Joshua Lewis here. He is a medium, clairaudient, clairsentient, and conscious physical medium. He's awesome. He's been on the show before. He's going to share even more with us at One Day of Brightness. He's going to guide us through all kinds of stuff. It's going to be so cool. And of course, the great Marty Leeds, awesome friend of the show. Love Marty. He's going to be there. It's going to be a fantastic day. It's always a fantastic day. And this is going to be no exception. I'm especially excited. I feel it. It's big energy. There's already handfuls of tickets sold. So you do want to grab your spot If you want to come, we hope that you do. We hope that you are there. You can also grab some Rogue gear if you click on the gear tab. They'll bring you to the Rogueways shop on TeePublic, where you can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, crew neck sweatshirts, hoodies, long sleeve shirts, baseball shirts with all of these designs. We always intend to add more and more. We always come up with good things. I forgot today we decided in the Telegram chat that we needed a Tokyo Shot First shirt in honor of Godzilla, the much maligned Godzilla. I'm a big fan of My Boobs Are Down Here. That was a great episode with Tony. His name I'm not going to remember how to say. Nagy? N-A-G-Y? I don't remember. I'm sorry, Tony. You know Tony, though. She does all the dancing, interpretive, political, sort of making fun of fake spiritual videos. She's awesome. Sweet Eternal Balance of All That Is Good, True, and Beautiful. The Electric Chicken t-shirt is one of my favorites, too. So these make good gifts as well, especially if you know the person is into the show. We have Bright Winter. Got us through some of those supposedly dark winters. We kept them bright. Still good every winter. So anyways, I just want to remind you guys of all of those things here on rogueways.org. And of course, the favorite things. I was just telling another friend today about AquaCure and just how much it changed my entire life. And if you have anything at all going wrong with your health, this is a godsend. And I know I've detailed it in many episodes. I'll probably do it again one day. But, you know, long story short, I have a very severe autoimmune condition and I'm in late stages of it. And I don't feel like I'm in late stages of it anymore. I feel like I'm actually going the complete opposite direction and that perhaps it will even be fully gone someday. In no small part because of this AquaCure hydrogen therapy machine, which has changed my life. So if you use the coupon code ROGUEWAYS, click through here, go grab yourself a refurbished one for a lot cheaper than this, or this brand new model for this price. You can also get the water distiller if you don't have distilled water at your home yet. And you can get huge discounts using the Rogueways coupon. So check that out. Phoenix Aurelius, Alchemic Lab, and Spagyrix. Also great Christmas presents. I would love that. Hint, hint. If anybody wants to know what I want for Christmas. The GO IDF transmission jewelry. So powerful. The other sort of big chunk of my health transformation came from this device. You can click through here to support the show if you're going to get one for yourself or someone else. Honey Colony. This is an affiliate link as well. It supports the show if you're going to buy any of this. Is fantastic CBD, my favorite CBD I've ever had. So many of Miriam's products are just amazing. And the Thrive On Freedom Portal, as well as Shooting Rainbows and Holistic Body Products from Holistic Emily. Those bottom two aren't affiliates, but they're just super cool businesses to support. And that's that. So we are going to jump into it. We're going to start talking about curses and how to get rid of them, what they even are. On Middle Path for supporters only. So if you are on YouTube, we love you. Mojo Shop, hop over to Rockfin, and the other, however many of you are there, hop over to Rockfin. Otherwise, we'll see you on Sunday. We've got the great Sophia Smallstorm returning to Rogueways. Always an amazing time to talk to the great Sophia Smallstorm. You have to say the great when you say Sophia Smallstorm because she is great. So we'll see her this Sunday, and I hope to see you all there too. Otherwise, stay with us over on Rockfin and have fun. Bye-bye.